right, well, we're here, starting off the new week. See our baby's parked. It's been a while. It's gonna take her a little bit to warm up, so we're gonna get our pre-trip started and head out to East Greenville. How we doing, everybody? Happy Tuesday to you. I am finished with my pre-trip here in Jeannette and letting the truck warm up a little bit. Want it to come up the temperature before we get on the fuel and get on our way, just so the motor has enough time to get lubricated properly. It's been a busy weekend for me. I've had the last 4 days off. As I said last week in a quick mention that I had my wedding over the weekend. So that was exciting, an amazing time. We had a little ceremony with some immediate family, and then Sunday we had my wife themed it the I Do barbecue. So we ordered barbecue spread from a local restaurant, and he is just amazing with his food. So if you're from around this area and haven't been on the Facebook or Instagram, we used Polish Pit Barbecue. They're out of New Stanton, Pennsylvania. Spectacular, to say the least. Never been to a wedding or any kind of reception like that where I've heard that much positive feedback about the food. Usually when restaurants or someone brings their food out to cater, it's usually not as good. You lose a little bit of quality in the shuffle. Not this. It was perfect. It was absolutely perfect. He took great care of us, even with a little audible on the venue within the last month. Didn't bother him at all. That the family was able to take care of us very well. We thank him. I messaged him and his wife again, thanking them for it. Yesterday was just a reset day, get everything unpacked, organized a little bit, started my honey-do list for the week, got the grass cut, trimmed a little tree, trimmed some bushes up, helped my wife clean the house a little bit, get all the garbage squared away. And today we're back on the road. So we're going out to East Greenville to our plant and picking up a load to deliver in Cambridge, Maryland tomorrow. So we're leaving here a little early. It's just after 9 o'clock, and we will be out there in about 5 hours or so, 5.5 hours. I do have to stop for a couple drinks. My wife made me breakfast and a nice cup of coffee, so thank her for that. We'll definitely be showing you guys more of the plant today and maybe the trip itself. I've never been to the Cambridge, Maryland, so that will be a new experience that I will definitely share with you, and I'm excited. So let's get out there. Thanks for all the subscribes and the likes off of my friend's channel, Justin Just Truckin'. He gave me a good shout out last week, and I got quite a few followers off of him. Him and I have been pretty good friends for just over a year or so. I've been subscribing to his channel for almost 2 years. So if you haven't followed him yet, check out his page, Just Truckin'. For the ladies, his wife has a page, Just Truckin' Wife. And for the gearheads and the guys with kids or anybody, family who like working on cars, he has a channel for his sons. It's called 3BB, Three Brothers Build. He has 3 sons, and they're working on a 1980 Firebird right now, Chevy Trailblazer, and they're also giving away a Chevy pickup truck, an OBS style Chevy pickup truck that they did an LS1 swap in. So go over there, check him out, give him a subscribe, a like, comment, let him know what you want to see, how it's going. But we're gonna get moving here and head east. So we'll do a quick demonstration on the pre-trip here, guys, on the Max with this bumper we have this little release here, and then it unlocks this guy. Then we just come over and do the same. And then that comes all the way down. Our hood latch is right there. So we push it to the side and it comes up. Now this MP8 motor, it's pretty nice because the things you're gonna check are pretty much all visible right here. You got your engine oil dipstick, you got your power steering, and then you can also see your coolant reservoir up here. So we definitely wanna make sure that these are good. Check all our belts, make sure nothing's loose here. Since it's been a while, I'll definitely crawl underneath and check everything on the bottom, tug and make sure that there's nothing loose. Here guys, this shows kind of, you need some grease here. So once I get back to the shop, I'll be greasing this up. They have a grease gun there. I unfortunately don't have one yet, so we're gonna get to it and we'll check back in a minute. All right, let's get her fired up. Yep, my air tanks are low. Like I said, I think I haven't messed with that leak on the attachment here under my seat, but maybe when I get to the shop I can get that figured out. Got an update going on here now. We got 7 minutes to go. It says turn off engine. Okay. All right, well, we'll see if it goes. I don't know if it'll continue or not. All right, so I got it figured out now, guys. We had to turn the key on to the accessory and let it do its thing here. So 7 minutes left and should be good to go. Well, we got the update successful. We're gonna turn our key off for 20 seconds and we'll turn it back on, get it fired up and build our air pressure. All right, we're gonna jump on the Pool 66 bypass here, connect this down to New Stanton, and then we will be getting on the Pennsylvania Turnpike and heading east. This is one toll plaza here for the remainder of the road. Every once in a while, the state police DOT enforcement will use this as an inspection point because it is a pretty heavy thoroughfare for commercial vehicles connecting from the Turnpike or Interstate 70 up to Route 22, which runs east and west, connects Pittsburgh up to Altoona and further east in the state. So we'll take it easy coming down through here. Speed limit's only 55. Feels good to get back in the driver's seat again. No doubt. Any other drivers know for sure. After 4 days, definitely start to miss it. So 15 down to here. On our way. Yeah, short trip here. It's only about 6 miles. Now we're going to stay in the right lane. Anybody that's getting on the Turnpike has their own special lane here from the toll road. And it allows you to avoid trying to merge there on the Interstate 70 and then back off again. I like to do, guys, is get set up for the exit before you get to the toll. So because there's no one behind me, I'll come all the way over to the left now because we're going to be exiting left. I feel like everybody speeds through the toll and they hurry up and merge after the actual toll booth. So I like to get set up beforehand. That way there's less confusion when you're picking your lane here, either east or west. This is actually that spot where the van hurried up and pulled a U-turn on me 2 weeks ago. This gets a little sketchy merging on here because it goes from 3 lanes down to 2, and then we come out. So it would have been nice if they would have kept the 3rd lane all the way through here, but we'll manage. So we're going to continue here all the way to the Harrisburg-Carlisle exit. Take Interstate 81 to 78. Alright, we had to skip the second tunnel. The traffic was pretty congested and there was a lot of backup in the construction. This tunnel here, we're at the 196/5 right now. Looks like they're putting us 2-way traffic into one side of the tunnel for this one as well. They dropped the speed limit to 40. So we're having to gear down and take it easy on the approach here. This tunnel's pretty unique because it actually splits. You drive for so long, there's a split in the tunnel that opens up, and then we go into a second tunnel, so we'll be able to see that. It's a pretty heavy overcast today. It's only about 70 degrees. I've been riding with the windows down here and there. The fresh air feels good. Oh, there's a trooper on the other side over there with a flatbed pulled over. It looks like he was broke down and the trooper's sitting in between his triangles. This is the Kittatinny Mountain Tunnel. Exit and enter the Blue Mountain Tunnel. Just about out of the tunnel here. This is a very beautiful view on a nice summer sunny day to be able to see out over here. But we're gonna swing through the Blue Mountain Service Plaza here in a little bit just to get a couple beverages for the drive. And we got about 2.5 hours left. It's right at noon right now. We should be getting there about 25 after 2. This is the 202/9 here. They have a pretty big flagpole set up here with a little bit of Trump advertising on it. It's been like that for quite a few years. The farmer has it on his land. But this is a long stretch. I think I've spoken about it in videos before. This is about 30 miles long here, and on good days you can see pretty much most of it, but even now you can look out and see the rolling hills. The soybean is turning pretty brown, yellowish. So it looks like it's about ready to be cut as well. That looks like some field corn over there on the left. It's all brown. Probably just a couple days away from being cut there. Alright folks, we are on Interstate 81, connecting over to 78. Made a quick stop at the Pilot Flying J there in Carlisle. Seems to be a favorite spot of mine, even though it's kind of past where the exit is for 81 North. But quick 10-minute break in there. Got in and out, slice of pizza, and a big pop here. So we're looking right at 2:30 to be pulling into the plant. Just shy of 1 o'clock right now. So. All right, we made it to where 78 breaks off to the east. 81 continues north. Head up towards Hazleton on 81, cross Interstate 80. Continue up to the Wilkes-Barre Scranton area. We're going to stay on 78 East, connect over to that 476 toll road. Warmed up just a bit. We're getting out here, 76 degrees now, so we got 7 degrees since we started. Knock on wood, no major backups or anything so far. Been pretty fortunate with the route. Just spoke with one of the other drivers for the company who's been to this Cambridge facility, and we might be able to make it there tonight and just do our reset in their lot. Once we get settled at the plant and get our trailer squared away, we will double check on the GPS and see what the time frame looks like. Yeah, we got just over an hour and we'll be at our plant. All right, made it to our exit here. We're taking this 663 off of 476. Only got about 15 minutes to go. Here's going left. We're going right. Yeah, like I said, we got about 15 minutes or so till we're there. We head south on this and make a quick little loop around the outside of the town on the truck route, and we'll be there. This is a little town here, guys. 29 goes south. North and south here. They got a little Dunkin' Donuts. No truck parking for us though. gonna go down here to the second light, the first true traffic light, and make a right. Just make a big swinging clockwise route around the center of town here. Pretty nice residential area here. There's a big community park right here on the left. There's quite a few baseball fields you can see from the road. Upper Hanover Township. It's called Camelot Park. Come to the stop sign and make a right. We're only about a half mile away. Alright, well, we made it. If we continue on this little street here, go up, make the first left, that puts us right back out by the Dunkin' Donuts. So that's the unfortunate part about the truck, is you can't take it on the shortest routes all the time. But this is our holding lot here on the lower side. We're gonna put our trailer next to one of these and then disconnect, go up top. Oh, get her lined up. Alright guys, so one thing I talked about was wanting to grease this fifth wheel. We can take a look back. This is the part that the trailer slides into and connects and locks. This needs greased to help that trailer swivel. As you can see here, this is worn out. So I always put my gloves on. And one little trick that we can do just to help a little bit is scrape all the excess from the sides. And then guys, I always put the grease down here because it will make its way up the plate as the trailer slides on. So there's no need to be putting a huge amount of grease up on this end because it'll just slide its way up. So I'm going to get to that here. I'm going to get my other glove on and use my other hand. And we have some bags of grease that we're going to add also. All right, guys. Well, we got back over here where my trailer is. What I do is I back up underneath of it with the airbags deflated. And then I reinflate the airbags so they come up. And then I go back and I draw the dolly legs up a little bit before I set the kingpin. That way it doesn't bend those dolly legs. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get back in the truck after I raise those up a little bit, and then I'll make the connection, do a tug test to make sure that it locked, and then I'll come back out and finish putting the dolly legs on. All right guys, we made our connections, the supply air, the emergency air, and the electrical. You look down here, the kingpin latch is drawn all the way in and it's locked. Can't get to it now. We did our tug test, which means we put the truck in drive while the trailer brakes are still set and we pull forward. So now we're gonna do our walk around and make sure that all our lights are good. All right guys, we had a little congestion there on the 476 on-ramp. There was
group of state troopers that were escorting 2 flatbed loads of something in some sort of container. So I don't know what it was. My CB's not working at the moment to try and ask anybody, but it was weird. There were 4 state troopers escorting these 2 tractor trailer flatbeds with some kind of container on it. So I didn't really get a chance to click the video on and get footage of it, but we're looking at about 2.5 hours down to Cambridge, Maryland. We're gonna shoot down 95 down into Delaware, and then I think it's Route 1 will continue down into that very eastern part of Maryland. I've never been in Delaware, I've never been down in this part of Maryland, so it'll definitely be an adventure for me. Weather looks good. We should be able to get to this customer and park for the night. There's a place to get some dinner right beside it, so we're going to stop on the way in and get something to eat. But like I said, about 2.5 hours. It looks like some pretty rough congestion on 95 already in Jersey. So fingers crossed we'll make it through without incident and get there safely. Alright guys, this is where 476 branches off the 95 south. Pretty cool that there's a bunch of those commercial planes landing right here. Got to see it whenever we went over into New Jersey as well a couple weeks ago. Alright guys, we are crossing a bridge here. We got Wilmington, the city of Wilmington, Delaware over to our right. We're running parallel with the Delaware River. This is an awesome view. I wish I could take the phone off the mount and show you over here to the left along the river the size of the ships that are over there. Looks like they have a big fuel depot. There's maybe a dozen fuel tanks over there, like a little tank farm. But there's probably 3 ships sitting at the dock there that have like the big cranes that move all the containers off of it. That's incredible. But we're about an hour and a half out. We're getting there. We're going into the sun now a little bit. And we're going to be looking here for 95 South. Well guys, we're on 301 here. I thought it was pretty cool. The sign has this dedicated as the First Responders Memorial Highway. Which is it's pretty neat there. So we're going to be heading kind of back southwest, crossing over into Maryland, and then all the way down to Cambridge. Alright, we're crossing into Maryland. Just about an hour out. Gonna try and find somewhere to grab some dinner and a beverage. Getting kind of thirsty. Alright, we just made a turn onto Route 213. I think that sign said Chesapeake County. So far, I've had my eyes peeled for any whitetail out. I know Maryland's not the most ideal spot, but there's been quite a lot of ag fields around. We're taking this route over to Route 50 east, and that'll take us down to Cambridge. Just about 40 minutes or so, 35 minutes away. But these fields are definitely getting ready to get picked as far as the soybeans go. universe, guys, that UPS truck there had a trailer behind it also. I've never seen a UPS van pulling a trailer. That was really interesting. I think this fella in front of us is hauling manure because I have the most putrid odor in this area, and he is the only common denominator. So I'm hoping to be free of him pretty quickly here. But we're about 25 miles outside of Cambridge. Just had looked like a local police officer go past us with a bike rack on his truck. But it's almost dusk here. Getting there. All right, guys, we're crossing a river here. We're about 6 miles, I think, away from the destination here in Cambridge. I thought this was part of the bay, but it said some kind of river. Trucking along, we're gonna make a right turn on Woods Road, and there should be a Royal Farms gas station at the end, and we'll be able to swing in there and grab some supplies for the night and tomorrow morning. There is a big Wawa here at the end, right at the corner of Woods Road, I think, but like I said before, I don't really care for their food too much. We should be getting here within the next 5 or 6 minutes. All right, guys, we made it to the Royal Farms here. We are less than half a mile from our customer back this way, but we got our nice shiny truck. Still looks pretty good. We're gonna check out what's going on in here. All right, guys, we got a couple of our drinks and a iced coffee for the morning. We're gonna sneak our way out of this back access road, and we're only about, I think, 0.6 miles. The building's on this side of the street, so we're gonna go down and then just loop all the way around it. And then we have to do a goofy 6-point turn and blindside back into where the tanks are. Should be fun. All right, guys, we're here. Some pretty big potholes. I'm gonna loop around the whole way to the other side of the building. Jeez, man. Well, my truck's not gonna be clean anymore. Wow, this is tight. Woo! Holy cow, look at the size of the craters in the... Can you guys see that? The size of the craters in the road. Wow. We're trying to get off to the right. Jeez, man.
right, well, we're going to swing to the right here, back down into the dock to the left, go back out like we came, and then we have to blindside around this dumpster, guys. Oh my goodness. So much fun. All right, guys. Well, I made it. Backed in there. I used my flashlight here and I stuck it on the corner of that dumpster so I could see how far I had to. You can see these fresh tire tracks are my tire marks. And I looped right around, backed into there. That was interesting. So I'm gonna go try and find someone and make sure I'm in the right spot and close it up for the night. All right, so we have to just follow the train tracks that run right here. Use that as our guide. I'm over a little too far towards these dumpsters. Apparently they run their forklifts next to the dumpster. So we're gonna pull up, find the railroad track, line up, and he said about 7 o'clock they should be ready to go in the morning. All right, guys, well, that does it for today's video. We're here, brakes are set, we're gonna go off duty. I'm going to get my paperwork squared away, that way there's no delay in the morning. Appreciate everybody following along here. Like I said, I've never been to the eastern shore of Maryland before. I've always been on the western side of the bay, so this is pretty cool. I didn't really get to see where the lines are to hook up to unload into their large tanks here, but these guys are seasoned vets, so it's no sweat. I have a trailer that unloads on the passenger side, mid-unload. So it's a spring ride trailer, the mid-unload. So we'll be hooking up on the passenger side and getting it off there. So thanks again for following along today. Make sure you like, subscribe, send me a comment, a message, whatever you can. Check out my buddy Justin, Just Trucking, on YouTube and all his 3 channels. And we'll catch you in the morning. Good night.